Hello guys, welcome to another siege battle. Today we have a guild siege against Goat and Alpha House. So Alpha House is using Kakano, Molly and Dominic.
A few moments ago.
That's true.
Meanwhile, in our universe,
We'll be using the 2v3 net 5s against them. So the first battle we'll be using Legmaron and Water Monkey King. So Legmaron with the Squall and Shiho with the skill tree to finish off Kakano. So right now we have the invincibility buff. Dominic will not be able to touch our Water Monkey King. With the Dominic being stunned, I'm hesitant to use my skill 2, but eventually I use skill 1 instead because I would like to use the skill 2 for our turn cycling. Okay, then we'll finally use off our skill 3 to finish off the Dominic. Then we are left with the Molly. With Molly alone, yeah, he shouldn't be able to kill us. Okay, use the skill 2 to stun it, then use the skill 1 to bring more damage. Skill 3. Then lastly, I think we should use it. We will finish it with a Squall. Okay, then that's the first battle in the back. Next, we'll be using the Galleon and Theor against Kakano, Molly, and Dominic. Unfortunately, our Galleon didn't armor break the Dominic. And yeah, that's the only permutation that I've tested which will result in a loss. So we will gracefully take the loss. Then we have it again, the Kakano, Molly, Dominic. This time round, we'll be using Ciara and Water Monkey King. Yeah, the focus will still be the Kakano. So Shiho's skill tree will strip any will and make the Kakano to be lower HP, and Ciara should be able to finish it off with the S2 bomb. So even if the skill 2 bomb misses, right, Kakano first turn will always be armor breaking Shiho, as Shiho has lower HP than our Ciara. So with our Shiho with the invincibility and immunity buff, it should not receive any armor break. And usually Kakano first turn will be the hidden aim, which can allow us to have one more turn cycle before it's able to use the S1 to hit us. And one more key thing to note here is that we wouldn't want to use our Ciara's bomb on Dominic because it will give them 2 debuff. And with 2 debuff, right, the AI of Molly will use the shield to cover Dominic to cleanse the debuff. Then that way it will be harder for you to kill Dominic. For the next Kakano, Molly, Dominic, we'll be using our Poseidon Cleave. This should be a fairly easy cleave, as the Poseidon does not take any glancing for the skill tree. Unfortunately, we did not reduce the attack bar of Dominic, yeah, but we are still able to finish it off with our Tiana skill 2. Next up, we have the Kakano, Molly, and Dominic again. We'll be using our Fire Mage as well as the Ileana. So it's going very well at this point. We have managed to use our Chaos Magic Circle and buff out our Fire Mage. We killed off the Kakano, but this is where I made a mistake. I shouldn't have do the glancing on Dominic. I've done this a lot of time before. We should always use the skill 1 on Molly so that our Fire Mage will not use either skill 1 or skill 2 to give Dominic 2 debuff. As you can see that the Molly managed to cleanse the debuff and make a huge shield on the Dominic. Okay, I'm trying to break down the shield and as well as destroy the HP, right? But yeah, the Molly proc 2 times. I think it does have the shield up already, which will make me even harder to nuke down the shield Dominic. Yeah, this time I just have to pray that it does not keep proccing and kill off our Ileana. We did get a fortunate additional turn where I can buff invincibility for Ileana 2 turns, which is very nice. But yeah, unfortunately Molly managed to strip the invincibility, which is very impressive. Okay, we managed to kill the Dominic, which now is left with Fire Mage and Molly 1v1. So basically now it boils down to War of Attrition. And it's looking better on Molly's side because it does have the passive healing. Yeah, he's healing against my destroy. So whoever have more violent procs will win the game. Yeah, it's not looking good for my Fire Mage. Okay, one more Chaos Magic Circle. We didn't have the full 5 balls, and it was not enough to kill it with 4 balls. Come on, just proc one more turn. I think if I proc this turn, we might win. Yeah, Violent Game is strong on Molly's side. We lost this. I need to remember to use S1 Ileana on the Molly instead of Dominic. Okay, next up we have the Kakano Molly Dominic. We are using Galleon and Laika. So Galleon will armor break everyone, then Laika will finish off Dominic. With Kakano and Molly using a single instance of attack, you should not be able to kill off Laika at all, I guess. You need to violent proc 4 more times. Given that the single instance you hit Laika would be 24%. Yeah, because of the Laika passive, right, you're not able to hit it for each instance more than 24% of its max HP. So this one is an easy win. Then we got to fight Kakano, Molly and Saga. We'll be using our Poseidon Cleave. Saga with the base speed of 98 is very slow, unless most of them build on Violent, so it should be fairly easy to outspeed them with a Swift Diana. So there's Kakano down. Yeah, then we are left with 3v1 Saga. Saga alone is not able to do much. Okay, then we have one more in the back. Up next, we have the Net 4 tower. They are using Martina, Shaina, Tiana, MST. So for this comp, I'll be using my Lucian. So hopefully we'll just be able to cleave it easily. It's on Shield Rune, so that is pretty scary. Amputation Magic. Yeah, we are able to finish it off with Lucian Amputation Magic Cleave. Up next, we have the Net 5 tower. We'll be hitting the Mulong, Molly and Savannah. I'm using Leo, Helena and Windraid. The Savannah will not be able to reduce our attack bar because all our speed are the same, right? And with Leo defense leader, it will make it harder for that Savannah to armor break us. So the Helena is there just to tank the Molong as well as armor break everyone. Due to the fact that the Helena have the passive of reducing incoming damage of water type by 50%. So we should be able to take the Reckless Assault pretty well. Okay, good additional turn coming from Helena. We will use S2 again. Okay, trying to nuke down the Molly. But it Reckless Assault while my Helena is on human form. That is very bad because it does not have the 50% damage reduction from water type when it's in human form. Okay, but we will continue using the human form just so that we can armor break and reduce the attack bar of all the units. Okay, now Liu has the Torrent, which will ignore damage when it's below 30% health. That finishes off the Molly. And they are down with no sustain. Helena, human form. This should be able to finish off the Savannah. Okay, then I think we should revive the Leo so that we gain back our speed disadvantage. Now we are down to 3v1 against their Molong. So Molong shouldn't have any chance to come back from here. Okay, next up we have the Net 5 Tower, Ciara, Nora, and Kinky. We'll be using Feng Yan, Liu, and Alia. So we'll focus down on Ciara first. There's a very good violent procs coming from our Liu, nodding the Ciara up to its last health. So Ciara died from the dots. Right now we have to focus down on, I'm thinking, Kinky, because it is the only threat with the armor break, right? But maybe on second thought I shouldn't have hit on Kinky first, because of his revenging and armor breaking on my Feng Yan would make it less tanky and making Feng Yan the choice of target for Kinky with this armor debuff on. Because we need Feng Yan to be eventually armor break the Nora so that we can deal more damage and destroy Nora HP and bring it down eventually. But since we already focused on Kinky, I was thinking that we will just continue focusing down, deleting Kinky from this wave first. Then we'll see how it proceeds from there. So right now Kinky is down. We are left with 3v2. Nora with a very good violent procs. 3 violent procs in a row killed the Feng Yan. So we are down with Leo and Alia. My Leo is on destroy, so eventually we will be able to chip it down lower and finish it off, provided that it don't give us enough dot to kill us. So we'll just continue chipping down Nora, skill 2 whenever possible. We have no choice but to let it stack up the totems, which can be good in our favor so long as it don't use skill 1 and heal up more. Okay, we'll use immunity whenever possible so that it does not put more dots on our team. Okay, that's a very huge damage. We do have the torrent up, but unfortunately we take a glancing hit. We didn't kill it. Luckily, our Alia managed to proc twice and finish it off. And that is one more victory. Next up, we have the Net 5 Tower from Goat. I'll be hitting Tiana, Perna, and I think the last guy should be Kiki. We'll be using Feng Yan, Tessarion, and Wusa. So we will Oblivion this Kiki so that it does not use its passive. Its passive is very annoying. I believe it's grant a random debuff to your units, and when it attacks you, right, for each debuff it will absorb I think 5% of its maximum health as recovery. So we can finish off the Kiki with our skill 2 triple crush. So right now it's left with Tiana and Perna. So I think we will focus down on Tiana first because it does have the armor break debuff on, which we will be able to do more damage to it. So Tessarion with the final hit, then triple crushing on Perna. Unfortunately, it did not give the Oblivion debuff. We will have to take the longer route, killing it by its second life. So try to Oblivion it again. The Oblivion does land. So right now it will not be able to recover its health. Okay, S2 from Usa finishes the deal. Then we have another one in the back. So the siege battle is going to end soon and we are left with 2 more units. So for this last battle I'm using will be against Nana, Iris and Han. I'll be using Amber and Nora. These 2 units complements each other. They have a very good synergy. Nora strip and then Amber can do the AoE skill too. So we will strip them. Yeah, provoking them at the same time. Then we will do more dots as well as the glancing debuff. With the glancing debuff, they will not be able to crit us and we should receive lesser damage from them. So our Ember will hit on the Iris. Iris will die to the dot. So right now it's already 1 life gone. Hans with the glancing debuff actually do manage to crit us, but we managed to survive that damage. So right now we'll finish off Iris. Then we are left with 2v1 Nana. Nana should die by the dots that we just placed on it. Yeah, we just use S4 and S2 to finish it off. So yeah, that will be the last sword for the siege. We ended off with a victory. So this brings us to 10 wins out of 12 attacks made.